Good morning and welcome to Scholastic. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you, students, educators, members of the press, distinguished guests. Thank you all for joining us for this very special event. For 85 years, Scholastic has been developing quality educational materials that students love, teachers embrace, and parents trust. As part of our mission to foster literacy and build a love for lifetime learning, we strive to inspire imagination, to help children and young people find their own creative voice, and to give them the skills and tools they need to understand, face, and solve the many problems of the world that is around them. For these reasons, Scholastic is so very pleased to have contributed to the development of this important initiative, and to join here today with By Kids for Kids and the Xerox Corporation in presenting the By Kids for Kids Xerox Inventive Thinking Toolkit program. We have some very special guests with us today. It's my great pleasure to introduce Norman Goldstein, the founder of By Kids for Kids.
Good morning, and thank you, Shelley, for those kind words, and thank you, everybody, for coming in this really yucky weather. First, let me extend a warm welcome to the kids, teachers, and members of the press who've come here today to help us celebrate the national launch of the By Kids for Kids Xerox Inventive Thinking Toolkit. I founded By Kids for Kids to harness the unbridled creative energy and potential of our youth. Our mission is to inspire, motivate, and stimulate the innovative spirit in all children. Our website, BKFK.com, is the world's largest repository of information and resources about inventing for children. By Kids for Kids provides free resources to kids, parents, teachers, and schools to facilitate and stimulate inventive and critical thinking skills. We are the only company in the world that is dedicated to bringing kids' ideas across the entrepreneurial finish line. The entrepreneurial finish line means seeing your product in the consumer marketplace. The mission of Inventive Thinking Toolkit is to rekindle great American spirit of innovation, exploration, and entrepreneurship. I'd like to introduce a man known as the godfather of hip-hop. In addition to co-founding Def Jam Records, he is the chairman of the Rush Communications, which houses clothing under the empire called Fat Fashions, his record company, RSMG, his jewelry company, Russell Simmons Jewelry Company, and his not-for-profit, the Hip Hop Summit Action Network, as well as the Rush Philanthropic Arts Foundation. If that weren't enough, he still manages to spend a great deal of his time in philanthropic work with young children. He supports the By Kids for Kids Inventive Thinking Toolkit. Please help me welcome Russell Simmons.
Thank you. I want to be brief. First, let me say that I have to be brief because most of what I want to say about this program and about the whole process has already been said. But I should probably rephrase some of it, just in case it didn't sink in. I love this program, and you should too. If you're from the media and you haven't written about it, you should. Right? Take this idea back and write about it and tell your friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Russell, for those kind words. I'd like now to introduce Congressman Major Owens, elected to the United States House of Representatives in 1982. He is a senior member of the Education and Workforce Committees, which guides all federal involvement in education, job training, employee safety, pensions, programs for the aging, and people with disabilities, as well as equal opportunity employment. Known as the Education Congressman, Congressman Owens has pioneered education reform nationally as a legislator through his chairship of the Congressional Black Caucus Education Brain Trust. Please help me welcome Congressman Major Owens.
Sorry I can't spryly leap up on the stage like Russell Simmons, take the steps. But it's a great day. It's great to be here with all of you and to take part in the initiation of what I hope will become one of those systems out there that we can draw on to permanently improve education right across the nation. Because I think the thrust of By Kids for Kids is in an area which has implications far beyond those that most people envisage. One of the basic problems identified, and I've read a couple of books on it in the last 2 years, teachers feel put upon, and they think that everybody's always got proposals for them and no help. Here's BKFK offering some help in the process of engaging youngsters. Systematic help, a system that you can put in place with the necessary, guides and the necessary tools to work with. It is the nature of this generation, nature of our times, that young people learn fast or move fast. There are two categories: those who learn everything you put in front of them, and they don't have to be taught; they will learn it, and they learn fast. And you got to keep up with them. They become a problem, and that's a disgrace. That we cannot have ways in which to keep them learning, keep them improving. If you open up something like By Kids for Kids, there's no limit. Your imagination takes you where you want to go, and you can keep going. My final message that I always am putting out is: we need to understand that this is a generation which offers us a challenge. We must find ways to engage them. For Kids, By Kids for Kids is one of those ways to do that. What we're doing today is moving to make it systematically a thing we move systematically so that it exists on all places. It is built into the whole structure of our system throughout the country, and we will be producing, not by accident, that you happen to get a good teacher and you happen to get a By Kids for Kids a person because you were lucky enough to land in a place, but we will have that option out there all over the country because of what we start here today. Thank you very much.
I'd now like to thank and take this opportunity to thank the Xerox Corporation for its incredible generosity and significant support. On September 23rd, at the National Education Association headquarters in Washington, By Kids for Kids and our partners were awarded the Congressional Black Caucus Champion Partnership Award for the Inventive Thinking Toolkit implementation. We'd like to make a special presentation of this award to our partner Xerox and thank them for the role in supporting this groundbreaking initiative. I'd like to ask Congressman Owens to join me and Bill McKee, who is representing Xerox, to come to the stage for this special presentation.
On behalf of our CEO and Chairman of the Board, Ann Mulcahy, and the 58,000 worldwide employees of Xerox Corporation, we thank you very much for your recognition of our support of education and particularly our partnership with the wonderful things being done by the By Kids for Kids organization. Thank you very much, Congressman. And since last year, we have been a sponsor of By Kids for Kids. We were the founding sponsor of the By Kids for Kids Xerox National Invention Competition, and awarded last year, in fact, to one of the students in the audience today, the very first Chester Awards to recognize young inventors. Chester Awards named after the inventor of xerography, Chester Carlson. And it's very important, and we are so pleased to move beyond that to continue our commitment to be a sponsor of the By Kids for Kids Inventive Toolkit, Inventive Thinking. Because sometimes to teach kids to think out of the box, you need to give them a box. So Xerox is very pleased, very proud to nurture the young minds of tomorrow that will be the inventors of tomorrow. So remember, think it and invent it. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill, for those great remarks, and thank you again for Xerox's commitment and dedication to our mission. We couldn't do this without you.